The University of Northwestern Ohio, offering rare access to professional racing through a unique curriculum, propels young men and women into the fiercely competitive world of motorsports. Those careers start right here. Mind, character, physical ability. Motorsports U, the art of educating all three. Last week on Motorsports U, the University of Northwestern Ohio stock car driver, Gail Ross, had a bad accident coming out of turn 2.
I mean, I seen the wall coming, and I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be just hit the wall and bounce off. And as soon as it grabbed and started coming up, I knew it was going over. So it was just hold on as tight as you can and ride it out.
We are told both drivers out of their cars respectively. Both drivers out of their cars, we are told.
The big news of the night was Andy Strait, who continued his quest to be the Limaland Rookie of the Year by finishing second in the A-Main behind Terry Hull.
I was definitely real happy. Finished second in the heat, and we got another second here in the feature. I'll take that. It's definitely the goal, top 5. Feature started 4th, and I saw the 19 and Chris kind of have a little bit of mess on the front stretch, and that's how I got around the 19. And then Chris, I was just waiting for the right moment, and I was able to slide underneath him, got him on the bottom. Once I cleared him, I moved back up, and I thought I was catching him for a little bit, but then 22B got right. He was racing me pretty hard there at the end, and thought lap traffic was going to come into play, but worked out just right. We just got him by a couple feet.
This week, the team will be traveling to Bristol Motor Speedway to work on the crew of Todd Zegedy in the UNOH Perfect Storm Whelen Modified Race. Earlier this season, the UNOH racers traveled to Martinsville to work on this crew and felt like the experience they gained was invaluable.
And they can take right over and fill any one of our jobs. They're great. And now they're better this year than they were last year. And there was nothing wrong with them last year. They were great kids and good workers then.
The amount of media exposure and the excitement around the race is something UNOH team members get to experience from pit row.
To be on this team, it was a selection from the coaches. They just picked the best workers out of the bunch. And fortunately, I was one of the better workers, I guess. But I feel fortunate to be here right now. So.
The classroom today is Bristol Motor Speedway, and the day starts out by getting the car ready for tech inspection. The students will go through the tech inspection line with the regular crew and will see everything it takes for these cars to pass NASCAR's rigid requirements.
It's a different height rule for this speedway versus the rest of the ones we run, and the height of the cars and the rake of the car. Everybody's front 6 inches of their left front nose. Tim was just a little low. Other than that, it's good.
This is an education they would never be able to get in a regular classroom setting.
Well, this is awesome for them. Now when they get started and get going into their own racing, they're not going to be intimidated. I mean, they've already hit the big time.
Track positions, everything. It's very difficult to pass here. So we want to get qualifying in because I feel we're going to qualify up front, and that's where I want to stay.
Todd's car was really fast, and he qualified second for the UNOH Perfect Storm.
About 20 minutes into these guys being here yesterday, I could tell I was comfortable with the guys that we had, and definitely tell that they've been around this type of stuff quite a bit, and they have a good background, good knowledge of what's going on.
Keep cutting it to the left. So what are we checking up here when they got this stall? This is just checking your ride height and everything, basically. have plates there in the back. You guys have to have those up a certain amount. Yeah. I really got the yellow tape. Gotcha.
Like here in Dover, we're allowed to have some inch down.
Really? Right here, they check all around your wheel housings, wheel openings, the wheel center, and everything else.
Sometimes they do the wheelbase.
The wheelbase also, yeah. I think they just did that.
It's bad when you go to a short track than it is if you go to
The bigger tracks, yeah.
Them guys are doing a great job. Just really great bunch of guys, enthusiastic. I mean, really eager to learn, and they've been doing a wonderful job. I'm really happy, really glad that you guys are here helping us out. And so far, we've been having a good day. We've been having to work hard, but everybody's done an excellent job. I'm excited about tonight. These guys give these guys a chance to get on pit road and see what it's all about. And I'm sure it's going to be a big learning curve for everybody. Hopefully, we have a lot of fun and get a good run out of it.
The team started practicing for the truck race just a few short weeks ago. Going over the wall at such a big event as a NASCAR truck race will be a remarkable experience. The team's first several practices showed promise, but also proved they have a long way to go.
I think the goal is 15 seconds. Yeah, a couple weeks. I mean, we have a week and a half, so I think we'll get to it.
Go!
Problem is, we've only got a week, Paul.
I know.
We've only got a week.
I know.
And I'm getting a little bit concerned on one of the guys we got changing right now. I think making that switch with Kevin, putting him on fuel and putting Cody up in the front carrying.
Well, don't panic yet.
Smart. I'm not sure whether Chris is going to be able, but Chris is fighting with the lugs.
They're pushing too hard.
Yeah, and they got it. That's why I wanted to back off a little bit.
You got it. You know, don't worry about times. Don't push yet. Let them get their steps down, just like teaching. You got to let them get their procedures down so that they understand who's going to be where, what step, when they're doing what, so that they're not getting in each other's way.
All right, guys, everybody come over here for a second. Here's what I want to do, and forget the stopwatch is put up. What I want you guys to do is walk through this thing time after time after time. Make sure you've got exactly the way you want the tires laid in. Tire changers, make sure that you're comfortable with what they're doing, where they're laying them in at. Carriers, you've got to be comfortable doing your job. If you're not, it's part of the problem. Changers, remember what we said yesterday, slow is fast. Don't try to outrun the air gun. Hit each lug consecutively, take your time with it. All right? Let's just walk through it. Just keep walking through it until we get it down, we got it to a science, all right? Don't even pull the tires off. Go down, get in your normal stance, have just lay a tire in on your lap, okay? I want you guys to be comfortable with it.
Spring.
He's grabbing there. Now he can forget about the tape. All he knows is this hand is heading toward a stud. I'm a weakling compared to you. And then you're ready to
Just throw it in.
I'm just trying to eliminate your little steps.
Right. But that's what'll happen when the tire will be on the wall for you.
So pull that off and try planting one. Let's see. Now I would take and I would do the exact same thing
with the rear guys.
But you just got to analyze every step of the rear guys and how they're laying stuff in, because I think that sped you up 2 spots. You're switching your hands there. It sped that up. Also sped up the fact of having a potential drop. And then when you came over here, because before you guys got caught up, Michael was trying to come around the back of you rather than in between. Now take a walk through over to that spot. See how that works with the hose. That gets you inside the hose better. Okay.
Gotta go back over
I was
there.
losing my footing.
After making some personnel changes and endless hours of practice, the team is anxious to prove what they can do.
That worked. I mean, that's perfect.
We made a couple changes on who was doing what job. We moved Kevin Bradshaw, who's doing fuel now. They were all that are getting in sync with hanging the tires, so I went up and started hanging tires on the front. And it seemed to go all right today.
Cup guys make it a lot easier than it really is. It's not that easy.
UNOH with number 4, we welcome car number 2, Tom Zaggity.
We're just going luck us out of the wheels for when we come into pit stop. So basically, so they don't fall off. You don't got to put them all on by hand. It's just a common deal that everybody does. So just doing all the prep work before we get on to our assigned pit road deal. So we can have everything done and ready to go.
Drivers, start your engine.
The Wayland Series had scheduled pit stops, and the students going over the wall got to perform in front of a huge crowd and a lot of potential employers.
We're going to start it off, right? 4. Yeah, take that front end, make sure it's straight, because it's really shot out there against the wall.
We were off a little bit. I thought we were going to be real good. We started out pretty good, and it was nice and smooth, and then it tightened up on us, and we thought we corrected it on the pit stop, and the second set of tires wasn't as good as the first. But 5th place, all in all, is a good finish. This is a tough place, real tough place.
That was pretty awesome. Sorry, Tom. That's all right. That was pretty awesome. I don't like to drive like that. I didn't do anything wrong. No, I know, but when I saw Teddy, even touch me, and I was up in the when I saw Teddy fade, and I kind of jumped on it. And I shouldn't have raced you like that. That's all right. Trust me, I don't hold it against you. No, I know. You were running hard. That was fun. That was fun. No problem. Yeah, good job.
Did you get free?
I started losing side grip.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. I started losing the nose and the side. I just couldn't keep it down.
We started lapping them guys, and Newman made all those moves. I was right with him on the top, but the holes, you guys just filled the holes. And there was no way I was getting. He came out of nowhere.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
He was tight.
He's a professional.
Yeah. I guess that's why he gets paid to do it, right?
Yeah. You know, we're trying to do things right. We hope we are, and we hope we're teaching the kids something. Even if they learn one thing coming out of here, it's going to benefit them for the real world. And you know, like I said before, they're ready for the real world. You know, you just got to get them in the environment, full time on these race teams and in the race shops, and they're going to be some of the best crew chiefs and car chiefs and tire changers and pit crew guys there are on the circuit.
I'm so proud of the students. Had a great car, went away a little bit at the end, finished 5th. But they did a great job with the vehicle, great event. How can you beat it? Well, this event at Bristol, I mean, the opportunity for the 30 young people we brought down here on our motorsports team, they're getting grabbed up. They're going to be crewing truck teams. We just finished with the modified, so we're looking forward to the second half here tonight.
The last race of the night was the O'Reilly Auto Parts 200. It's time to see if all the over-the-wall practice will finally pay off. When the call came over the headsets that Mario was coming into the pits, the adrenaline was pumping.
If we get a 20-second stop, I'm going to be tickled to death. But really what I'm after is it really doesn't matter if it's 22, 24. As long as we take our time, we make sure everything's tight and everything's done right, we're going to be tickled to death. We're going to be real happy. But, you know, you can do this stuff in practice, you know, at school or at the shop all day long. But when you get to the racetrack and you actually get on pit road, I'm sure these guys will be a test to that after tonight. It's a whole different experience. But I think we're gonna do great. I think the guys are gonna do great. They're ready. They're pumped up. I'm excited that you know, you guys are here helping us out.
I wasn't too nervous until we heard over the radio that, hey, he's coming in for a pit stop, and that's kind of when the butterflies started. But as soon as you jump down off the wall, it was kind of like time slowed down, and everything was in slow motion. You know, you just get around there, line up the marks on the wheel, and it went really smooth, I thought.
The experience of going over the wall in front of such a big crowd at Bristol is something UNOH team members will truly never forget. Rookie mistakes were made, but all in all, the team did a great job, and Mario Gosselin was very pleased.
Good job, boys. Good job. Thank you. That was kind of cold. These kids put their heart and soul in everything they do. And the proof's in the pudding. When they come to the racetrack, they know what they're doing. They're knowledgeable. They work hard. They're polite. There's no slacking off. I mean, it's just a total different environment than what these guys are used to seeing with people coming out of other places. And they know what these kids are capable of, and they have no problem letting them work on the teams.
It was amazing, you know, to hear over the radio, we're coming in this lap, and then just see your truck come down pit road doing, you know, 35, 40 mile an hour. and then have to jump out in front of other trucks coming in. It was pretty cool, you know. Something you see on TV and then you're like, oh, that seems pretty easy. I mean, TV doesn't do it any justice, especially at Bristol where the pit boxes are smaller, you know. There was guys down there saying, oh, you guys are doing your first pit stops at Bristol, you're nuts. But I think we came out pretty good, and Mario Gosselin actually wants us to go to Kentucky next weekend, so looks like we did something good down there.
Next week on Motorsports U, it's back to Limaland Motorsports Park for the track championship. Cody Wiesner will represent the school in the 12th annual King of the Quarter Mile.